guys, welcome back to my channel and to yet another video. Today I'll be sharing my March budget setup as well as my cash envelope stuffing. I thought I would do both of them at the same time because I have already put down all this the stickers showing the different categories of my March budget spread. So I'll start by indicating all of my expenses, my sinking funds and all that, and the amounts therein, so that you can go ahead and continue with the cash envelope stuffing. So we'll start with my income, and I have 3 sources of income. The first source of income is my full-time job, which I just indicate full-time and the initials. Next is commissions from this job, and thirdly I have a shop at Jumia, and I will not be indicating the date, the amount or the tithe status. Then I will jump straight to my expenses, and my first expense is our electricity, and for this I have budgeted for 700 for this month. Next is my water bill. I have budgeted for 200 shillings for this month. Next is our garbage, and I have budgeted 200 as well for that. And next is my chama, of which I have budgeted for 5,000. And my last expense is my tithe, of which I leave blank, and I will do that at the end of the month, because as I receive any commission or any purchases on my Jumia shop, I like to deduct the tithe and just accumulate it. At the end of the month I will indicate how much I have paid for my tithe over here. Next is my cash envelopes. The first one is groceries, and I have budgeted for 4,000 shillings. Next is my fare, and that is 2,500 for this month. Next is my beauty envelope, and that for this month is going to receive 500 shillings. Next is my allowance envelope, but for this month it will not be receiving anything, but I just like to indicate it over there just in case things change. Then last is my debt envelope, and that will be receiving 8,750, and I'm very excited about this. For this month and next month I will be kicking down my debt with large amounts like this for March and April. So I'll just do the total for this: 4,000 plus 2,500 plus 500 plus 8,750. And so my cash envelopes will be receiving a total of 15,750. Next we will be doing my sinking funds. My first one is R, and R will be receiving 200 shillings. Next is S, will be receiving 200 as well. Christmas will be receiving 200 shillings as well. And birthdays for this month will receive 100. Savings will not receive anything this month. Emergency will also not be receiving anything this month. And my last category here will be extra, and because I'm concentrating on paying off my debt, I will not be putting anything in there. So let's just go ahead and do that total: 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 100. My sinking funds will be receiving a total of 700 shillings. Before we go and do the breakdown, let's just finish this small part over here, which is my payment breakdown. breakdown. So just indicate my payment breakdown, and the first one I want to indicate is my income, my total income for this month, my total expenses for this month, my total amount for the cash envelopes, the total amount for my sinking funds, and lastly the total debt that I'll be paying for this month. Now with that all done, it is now time for me to do the breakdown so that I can know the different notes that I need. So I'll start with 1,000, 500, 200, 100 and 50s. Now according to this, I will obviously not be able to break down the amounts that I want because I already went ahead and got my money, and I know that the denominations that I have here will not be exactly what I want, but I know the notes that I have, so I'll just go ahead and count them and indicate them, and I'll just figure it out as I am stuffing on my envelopes. So for 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 7 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For my 500s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hundreds, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lastly, my 50s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why I'm just indicating this here is because I want to continue with the outlook of how it has been looking, but for this part I have not done it the way I usually do it, because for this month our salaries came in late. So when I got the money, I really wanted to do this cash envelope because there's some things I need to buy for my home, and that is why I'm just doing it this way and quickly, so that I can just have money in those envelopes and not risk going into debt or putting my fingers in different envelopes which I'm not supposed to be touching. So with that said, let me just set up so that we can now start doing the cash envelope stuffing. Okay, so all my money has been laid out, all my envelopes are ready, my flashcards are ready. So let's go ahead and get started. Remember, like I said, that I'll just try and wing it, because the notes I have and the figures I have don't really combine with what I really wanted as the breakdown to be, but I'll just make the best of this. So for electricity, I have 700, so I'll just take a 5 and a 2, or I was thinking, okay, yeah, a 5 and a 2. So I'll take the flash card. Today is on the 5th, and I am putting in 700, so the balance is going to be 700. Next is chamas, of which I'm supposed to put in 5,000, but I have already paid out 2,000 shillings because the other chama was on the 1st, and so I'm supposed to put in 3,000. So 1, 2, 3, 3,000, of which this will be leaving as soon as this weekend. Next is our water. Okay, I did a mistake. Again, the same mistake I did last month, and I'm thinking I should put these two in a different envelope just to prevent me from doing this again. So I'm supposed to also add 200 for water and 200 for garbage, so I'll also add on 400 shillings, which should have a balance of 1100. So let's take 2, and I think I'll do 2 and 200s. So I'm supposed to have 1100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This will be out of this envelope as soon as tomorrow, most of it anyway. Okay, next is groceries, and I think I will break this down a little bit. Moving on to these other envelopes. So for groceries, today is on the 5th. Supposed to put in 4,000, so I think I'll do 2. This way, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll do 1 more, and then break it down this way. So it's supposed to be a total of 4,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4,000 shillings for my groceries. Next will be my fare, of which I'll just do 2. Actually, I'll just do 1, and then I'll do this 5, and I'll do another. Okay, I think I'll just do 2, and then 2 and 1. Give me a total of 2,500. Actually, if I do that, there'll be a mistake. So I think what I'll do is I will just do this way. So 1, 2, 500. Next will be my beauty, and I think I'm going to do these 2 and 100. So the 5th of March, I'll do 500. That will be 500. Then next will be my debt, of which I have already paid off some things because I couldn't wait. So I have a balance of 650 in this envelope, and I'm supposed to add on 1,750, of which I have put it aside. I don't know why I did that. So I'll just place them here. So 1,750. And this is going to go into this debt, and I will explain this final payment when I'm doing my debt tracking. I'll show you how I paid off this debt, how I used this money to pay off debt. So the fifth, 1750. Actually, there's a mistake. No. So 650 plus 1750, that is 2400. Next, my sinking funds, which I have here, will receive 200 shillings. Actually, it's just do the 200. Put it inside here. Next is S. S will be receiving 200 as well. Next is Christmas, and Christmas will be receiving 200 as well. And lastly is my birthday envelope, and that will be receiving 100 for this month. And I have money left over, and I am not sure why, so I will go back and pre-check everything once again and make sure everything is okay. If not, I'll just throw it into debt and then it will cover for itself. Obviously, I will find out what that leftover is for. So I have all my envelopes stuffed. I have my budget set up nicely, so I know what and how much to pay for, whatever I need to pay for in case of my bills. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up. I will also be doing more videos about my budgeting in the coming days, in the coming weeks, because I have already done the setup for all of them. If you have not seen the video of me doing this, I'll link it somewhere over here so that you can go ahead and check it out if you're interested. I will also put it in the comment section below just in case. And I thank you so much for keeping me company as I do my cash envelope stuffing as well as filling in my March budget. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.